Good morning. I hope you're all doing absolutely great. I'm doing great too. Welcome to the eighth episode of Monday Mind Season 5, and this season is all about self care. And today's topic is quite interesting. The topic is professional self care. What does true work life balance look like? How is it achieved? Having a healthy balance between work and life means that you are practicing the right professional self care. Practicing this kind of self care often takes a huge practice, especially because work is something that is a huge aspect of your daily life. Sometimes it can be difficult to turn off your working brains at the end of working day, and the line between your personal life and the work, that's when it starts to blur. While a lot of ways of self care are practiced in everyday's life, professional self care is something that can also be incorporated in your daily life. Professional self care is all about setting a healthy boundary to yourself. So, here are some of the tips that helps you to practice professional self care. The first tip is start with small changes. If you're the beginner, do not take a huge step because there are chances that you might relapse. So take a small step to bring in change into your work life and personal life. So maybe by starting how you're going to start your work, how you're going to allocate the time for your personal life, all these are something that you take a first. Everything starts with your mind, so bring in that small change in your mindset. That is the first step that you should be taking to practice the self-care. The second step is differentiate your personal time and your work time. So basically dedicate your time. Make sure that you allocate certain time for your work and you allocate certain time for your personal life, for your family, friends, and for yourself. Okay, so now what happens, there are certain people who are working from home, and they might have to work 24/7, but that's when you need to draw a line and plan everything before that. Okay, this is the day that you might be at least having a hint that you might have to work a lot. That's when you need to inform your family that this is what has happened at my work. So I'm going do not mind if I cannot dedicate a huge amount of time today, but I make sure that I'll spend at least 5 to 10 minutes minimum with you all today, and I need all your support. And at the workplace, what you need to do is that you need to organize everything before attending a meeting or before doing the presentation, and that's how you differentiate your time between the work and your personal life. Third most important point is stay organized. So this is something that most of the people do not do, but trust me, if you are going to stay organized, it's going to chop down a lot of your working time as well as your stress. And how you're going to stay organized, it's very simple. The first thing you need to do is to prepare your calendar. Make sure that every day you make your calendar. You make calendars for different intervals. One for everyday basis, another for weekly basis, another for monthly basis. So in this calendars, what's going to happen is that you're going to note down important dates and your important tasks. So you need to prioritize things on the important basis. So basically you need to note down things that when you should be submitting your project, what is the deadline for it, when is your actual presentation, and what are the resources that you should be collected. So all this have to be noted down in that calendar. And another calendar from how are you going to get the resources, your time, your money, your resources, everything need to be valued and it has to be put into the notebook. Okay, that is one way of staying organized. And the second way of staying organized is, if you're a professional who is working on a hard copy basis, then file everything that on a project basis. And if you're somebody who is working on a soft copy basis, then create folders for every project, and even in that create subfolders that helps you to keep it in line, and create some Excel sheets so that helps you to pick up the folders that you need for the project that you're working on. So this is how you should be organized, so that actually reduces a lot of fuzz in your mind, and that create a space for you to think more and be more productive as well. And the next most important point is taking breaks throughout the working day. So basically, this is something that I actually suggest most of the people who do not take breaks at work. So why is it important to take breaks? Take at least small breaks during the intervals, because if you're working on a long stretch, your mind will not work after a while. It's like you are riding your vehicle for too long without giving it a break. Then what happens? Your engine will exhaust, your petrol or diesel will get over, right? And your vehicle will not move ahead after that. So it's important for you to take breaks, fill in the petrol or diesel, regularly checking your engine. Same ways with your mind and your work as well. You need to take certain intervals, because that helps you to reboot. All right, so take some small coffee, tea breaks, take lunch breaks. How much ever busy you are at your work does not matter. Take at least 5 to 10 minutes of break, and during that break, it's important for you to live in that moment, because you have to be in the present, and that's what make you reduce your stress, and that helps you to, as I said, it helps you to reboot yourself at your work as well as your personality. Fifth tip is create a healthy workspace. So this is something that I again suggest to everybody, that you need to keep your space at work clean and tidy, because if something is very clumsy over there, if everything is cluttered, your mind will work the same way. What you see is how it takes, how it receives, right? So if everything around is cluttered, your mind will also be cluttered. So always keep your environment clean, and that helps you to be more productive and be more calm and peaceful. That is one thing. And second thing is that add a personal touch to your desk, that put some art that makes you feel good, put some photo frames, or put some labels or stickers or your magnets. All this basically that helps you to keep remembering your personality, your strengths, everything. So create a healthy space at your work. Next most important point is evaluate your workload. Now this happens with many people, that they keep working, do not know what's their destination, do not know their source, but they just keep working. So it's very important for you on a regular basis to evaluate your previous project, how you had worked, what were the mistakes that you had done, and how you had actually overcome certain challenges, and what is the project that you're working on right now, and how is it going, and when how it should be presented, what are the things that are what is the inspiring or motivating factor on this of the project that you would have seen from somebody else, and how you are inspired to do it. These are the things that helps you to make things easier. So always make sure that you evaluate at least once in a week, so that your work will be more efficient and your stress will be reduced. The next and my most favorite point, the tip is appreciate your effort. See, nobody can be perfect, and all that matters is how much effort that you have put in to make things better. We do not know what would be our destination after presentation or after your work. The end result, nobody would be knowing about it. We could only think that we can only imagine, or we can only think that this would be the result, but we are not sure what would be the result. So in that between time of success or failure, it's important for you to appreciate yourself for the effort that you have put in, because that appreciation, either by gifting yourself or saying good things about yourself, that boost you to do things even better. So that only helps you to be a better person. So always make sure you appreciate the work that you have done, you appreciate the effort that you have put in to do the work. So this was all about professional self-care. I hope this was helpful for you. This is something that I wanted to give into many people, because most of the people are working right now, and for the working people it's very stressful. This is something that I have noticed from a very long time. So let me know which were the points that you are doing already, and which are the points that you have learned from this video as well. So thank you so much for being patient and listening to me, and encouraging me for doing such videos. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much. Have a great week.